I'm Jason Geddes, and I will be talking about our products at Digital Knowledge, which is where we work. I'm here with Oba-san and Hata-san. Oba-san, can you say hi?
Hi, good morning.
Yes.
How are you? Thank you for
And
introducing.
yeah,
Thank you for
Hata-san.
having me,
Mm,
having us this meetup.
mm.
We are very pleased to be join here. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, so I'm going to share my screen and just jump right in, and we'll talk about how Digital Knowledge and Indicio have teamed up to create some solutions with verifiable credentials. And Hata-san, did you want to start with anything at the beginning?
Yeah, if
Okay.
someone don't know about the Open Badge, so I would like to introduce Open Badge itself. And yeah, this is open information, so you can reach this information through the openbadge.org, which are managed by One EdTech, because Open Badge specification is managed by One EdTech. That is a consortium of EdTech companies and vendors and users. So first of all, Open Badge is currently issued more than 100 million per year. That's a huge badge and a huge usage. And most of all person know Open Badge is a badge image like this one. But actually Open Badge image contains the embedded standard data. So inside image, there are data. But the original data should be verified on the host. That is today's focus point. So, yeah, okay. And also, I would like to introduce evolution of Open Badge, history of Open Badge. Current Open Badge, I mentioned 100 million issued badge is most of our version 2. And before version 2, we have version 1, or about more than 10 years ago. And right now, last year, One EdTech released a new Open Badge spec we call Open Badge 3.0. That is compliant with verifiable credential. So we would like to share our newest Open Badge 3.0 solutions working with Indicio. So, you know, there are two types of governance. One is a trusted layer, and the other is a zero trusted layers. Most of our Open Badge 2.0 is only for support trusted layer, but newest 3.0, as you know, verifiable credential is applied for zero trusted layer. That is today's most latest information. And also after this meeting, as you know, there are many VC specifications. Indicio support unknown cred, and also they are expanding more broad standard technology. So that is a reason why we're working with Indicio, because Indicio support most of all new technology standard. So that is our basic point, and we would like to share our experience and our solutions. So Jason, please speak in English. Thank you.
Thank you, Hata-san. Thank you for that brief introduction to Open Badges and the standard for 2.0 and 3.0. And so, yeah, I'm going to jump into the relationship between Digital Knowledge and Indicio. So I have this translated into English using Google, so it might be a little bit strange in the English, but please bear with me. So like I mentioned before, we work at Digital Knowledge, which is an e-learning company in Japan. We've been around for almost 30 years, and we basically allow several different organizations to do education online with IT technology for their clients. So for example, we help universities teach their students with e-learning. We help companies teach their employees with e-learning. We help businesses that want to, for example, sell a specific type of niche knowledge in education for their clients. So we have a wide range of clients that we provide e-learning solutions to. Having said that, I'm going to jump into kind of what we do overall, like as a company, the different tiers of services that we have. So products is what we have. We have several different products, and we're going to talk about Skill Plus today, which is one of those. We also help our clients create courseware, actual content for their clients. We help our clients promote their e-learning content. We help our clients also operate their systems, and we help classrooms and schools, for example, get their e-learning set up with physical devices and tablets and whatnot. And then we also have cloud solutions for our products, and also custom-built solutions, servers, basically instances that run our software as well. I mostly focus on the products and the cloud solutions. Yeah, so having said that, I'm going to jump into our main software, which we make is it's called Knowledge Deliver, with no space, just one word like this. And Knowledge Deliver is our bread and butter. We've been doing it for the beginning, since our company started. It's basically a learning management system. Those of you familiar with the e-learning industry might know about a learning management system. In a nutshell, it's just a way for teachers to provide learning content to their students via usually courses, and they create several different nuggets within a course, and then the students can proceed through those courses and achieve a certificate for their studies. And today we're going to be focusing on the result of a learning experience, which will usually result in an open badge, as Hata-san was mentioning. So that's our main bread and butter. So I'll just breeze through this. So the courses are composed of different types of content, and then usually they have tests in them, and then usually there's a threshold to pass the course, and then you get a certificate for the course. So that's Knowledge Deliver. And then today we're going to be focusing on a product called Knowledge Deliver Skill Plus, which is, I guess you could say it's also a learning management system in the sense that it has content within it, but the focus is more on giving badges to learners based on their experiences, that their learning experiences that could have been within Skill Plus, or they could have been from somewhere else. But the focus is on issuing those badges for them, and then keeping track of what they've been issued and what skills they've accomplished over time, and then make it an easy way for learners to present to other people what they've learned and their skills. So it's more focused on those areas. Yeah, so I'm going to show you a screen, actual demo of this software in a bit. So yeah, that's basically what it does. And then our connection with Indicio, as Hata-san mentioned at the beginning, we've been using the Open Badge standard to issue our badges in our software, and that was 2.0 was what we've been using for a long time. So the Open Badges 2.0 standard it's very versatile. It's very easy to implement, and it's based on basically the badges exist not only in the hands of the users, but they exist as an assertion on a server as well. So learners can easily say, I earned this badge, and then they can give it to someone else, and that person can check the server and basically have confidence to a certain degree that that badge was indeed issued to that other person. There are certain security and information issues that our clients actually need to have fulfilled that are not satisfied by the Open Badge 2.0 standard, which is why we had to also look into solutions for Open Badges 3.0, which is where we found Indicio. And Indicio provides a product called Indicio Proven, which some of, I'm sure most people here have heard of. And it is a way for verifiable credentials to be issued and verified. It's a service for that. And we've integrated Indicio Proven into our Knowledge Deliver Skill Plus software. Yeah, so that's the Open Badge 3.0. Actually, the Proven itself does a lot of, it does verifiable credentials, and Open Badges 3.0 is one type of verifiable credential. So Indicio has worked with us to make the Open Badge 3.0 standard work with Indicio Proven as well. So and we're using Open Badges 3.0 over Proven right now. So for those of you interested in the actual spec, there's a spec, an official spec on Open Badges 3.0 as well. I'm not going to go into this now, but it talks about the JSON LD format of what a badge would look like and whatnot, and the different types of information that can be put in that credential. Okay, so that's a brief introduction to our company and Open Badges. Before I go into actual screens of Skill Plus, I just wanted to talk about Skill Plus from a bird's eye perspective. So I'm going to jump into, this is what Skill Plus looks like from a bird's eye view. So basically we have several our customers in our company, and we refer to them as, we have several companies in Skill Plus, and those are our customers. And each one of our customers has a badge issuing definition. So they have basically the name of the company that or the issuer that they use to issue badges to learners. And then based on that issuer, they can create multiple badge definitions for different courses. For example, in Skill Plus's case, they're kind of mini courses. They're not like a full-blown course that you see in Knowledge Deliver, but there are courses in there. So you have a badge definition A, for example, and then if the learner completes the mini course, or maybe it's the case that there was no course, but the administrator just wanted to give this person a badge for whatever reason, they could issue a badge just to that person. But whatever conditions those are, once they are passed, then the badge can be issued to a learner. And once the issuance step happens, what happens is we connect up with Indicio. And how that works is we do have a mobile app. It's called Holder Plus, which is also provided by Indicio. And Open Badges 3.0 require that in a verifiable credential format requires that the user hold the actual credential in their wallet on their locally on their phone, for example. And that's what Holder Plus allows the learners to do. So what we do is Skill Plus needs to issue that credential to an actual physical wallet. And how that works is, first of all, before we connect to the Indicio Proven service, which we have here on a AWS instance, what we do is we connect to our Bridge API. And we have this Bridge API here so we can connect Indicio to other software as well, not just Skill Plus, but for example, to Knowledge Deliver, for example, or to other third-party clients that we have that want to connect to Proven as well. We have this interim Bridge API that we use. Anyway, so eventually the issued badge will make its way over to Proven here. And then the Proven network will connect to the Indy blockchain, which is, or the Indy network, which uses the DIDCOM protocol. I think some of you here probably have heard of this already, but just briefly explaining how that works. The DIDCOM protocol is a communication protocol that runs on the Indy network, which is what allows agents within the network to send and receive digital credentials. In this case for us, it's Open Badges 3.0 based verifiable credentials. And just to give a really brief background of how that works, this is in Japanese, but I'll explain it here. In the middle, you have the learner who actually has the device in their hand. And in this case, Skill Plus on the left would have a way for the learner to scan for a specific credential that they want. And then at that point, Skill Plus would be able to say, okay, we have to send a credential to this person. So a connection will be established using DIDCOM. And then that verifiable credential will make its way to the device, which I'll show you in a second, by the way. And yes, so once the learner has a specific credential, they can later show it to a third party, in which case the verifier would request that they show them that verifiable credential, and then they would send it off, and then the verifier would know that this credential has not been tampered with cryptographically. So it's a very secure, which is a step up from the Open Badges 2.0 standard. So this is awesome, works great. Yeah, and I'm going to show you with a focus on this issuing step here in the demo. So I'm going to log in with Obasan's account here, and I'm going to have it set to be English. It's not the best English translation, so please bear with us here, but I think you'll get the idea of how the system works. So I'm going to go to the manager screen first, and I'm going to create a new badge definition. I'm not going to create the actual issuer definition because that's already been created in the background. So I'm just going to jump to the, basically I'm going to jump to this step here, creating the badge definition. And let's see here. So these menus are all in Japanese. So I'm going to use Google Translate. Okay. And I'm going to go to the badge settings management, and I'm going to create a new badge. And just going to create a quick demo test here, use today's date. And like we mentioned before, our system supports both 2.0 and 3.0 open badges. I'm going to choose 3.0 here. As the standard, a description for the badge. And then I'm going to earn in some learning criteria for what the learner had to do to get this badge, or what they will have to do to get the badge. Open badges 2.0 and 3.0 both have more information bits than just this. In this demo, we're just showing you the very basics that are required for both a 2.0 and 3.0 badge. And see, the date of expiration, I'm just going to leave as blank, so there's no expiration. And now I'm going to select a file. Let's see. Yep. And I got a lot of badges here. I'm just going to choose a very basic, kind of simple badge image. And then I'm going to say, I'm going to keep the badge type. This is a Skill Plus feature, but I'm just going to keep it as a regular badge. And 3.0 looks good. So I'm going to create that definition. And now in order for that badge to be viewable by learners in the system, we have to make it usually we're going to add like some mini course content to it. So the learner actually has to do something to get the badge, but in this case, I'm not going to do anything. It's going to be a simple badge that we make available, and they can just grab it. So I'm just going to do it like that. So let's see here. I'm going to grab that definition, and first of all, I'm going to say, okay, let's make it the real deal within the system. We're going to solidify it, and then I'm going to, sorry, this is all in Japanese. This is making it so it's now viewable to the users, and I'm going to say that all users for this particular company can see, all learners can see that new badge. Okay, so now that we're done with that setup stuff, I'm going to log in this time. I'm actually still logged in as Obasan, but this time we're at the learner screen, so he's now acting as a learner role. So he's got all these badges already, so he's got a whole bunch of badges. But we're gonna we want the new badge, so I'm gonna go over to this new tab called Earn Badge. And here it is. And I'm gonna click on it, And since I want this badge, let's see, it looks good. I'm going to say, okay, I want this badge. So I'm going to say earn badge. And in this case, like I mentioned before, there's no content associated with the badge. So it's just a simple, I want this badge. So I'm going to grab it, which is down here, this blue button here. So I have officially said, I want this badge. And in order for the learner to get that badge, the administrator again has to allow that. So I'm going to go back and to the administrator screen as Obasan, and I'm going to check to see that, okay, this user, it's a little bit hard to see, but this user has applied for this badge. So I'm going to accept that. I'm just going to accept it as is and say, okay, he can take that badge. So now if I go back to the learner screen and go to this, I'm in my wallet at the first tab here, and I can see that now that this badge is showing up, but it's not actually a badge yet. It's what we need to do is we need to get the issue the badge into a device. So I'm going to get that set up really quick. It might take me a minute to get my my iPhone screen up, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this screen, and I have to issue the badge to my device, and that's we do that with this button here, which says issue badge. So just give me a quick second here. I'm going to go into, okay, so I got to get my advisor software set up here, and I'm going to start the streaming process. Hopefully this will work on one try. And
Jason, we can
yep.
see your screen of iPhone.
Yeah, it's not quite ready yet. I'm still working on getting it up here. So what I'm going to do is, you'll see I have, it's not blurring out there. I got this Holder Plus app. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and turn off my blur effect so I can show you my phone better. And there we go. You see my kitchen too. Anyway, so here is my Holder Plus app installed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open that. And there's a connect tab at the bottom right here, this middle tab. And what that lets me do is it lets the learner holding this device, what I can do is I can scan a QR code. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to press the issue button on the Skill Plus screen here again. And that will bring up a QR code here. And I'm going to scan that. So now it's just that it's establishing a DIDCOM connection with the device. And as you can see, it says you have received a verifiable credential. I don't know if you can read that or not, but it looks good. So as a user, I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to view that. And now it's going to load in the verifiable credential request to my phone. And then as a learner, I have to say, okay, I want to accept this verifiable credential. So I'm going to say accept. And it's going to load the credential into my device. And there it is. It looks good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to go to my wallet tab at the bottom here. And now you can see that I have this new credential in my wallet. I'm going to tap on it and it'll show the details, and there they are. So you can see the image and everything. And then if we scroll down, you can see the actual JSON LD based credential text blob for the actual credential. So I hope everyone was able to see that. Maybe the camera was a little bit small, but that's how it gets to the device. And I'm going to go back to my screen. And I'm going to show what the actual blob that I was showing you looks like. So what we do is we have this Open Badge 3.0 specification credential. It's on the phone now. And this is an example one. So we know that it is a 3.0 Open Badge 3.0 credential from this context at the top. And then we know that it was issued by a specific digital identity. In this case, it was for a specific customer. One thing I did forget to mention was that in our solution, we have a way to create a digital identity for each of our clients. So depending on which issuer was the one responsible for issuing a specific badge, we will have a specific digital identity for that issuer, which is represented by this digital identity identifier here for that issuer. And then, so what did they issue? They issued they issued to someone, and that someone is this person who holds this device, which is also represented by another digital identity, which is this key here. And what were they issued? They were issued a achievement, which is based on the Open Badges 3.0 standard. So it has a name, a description, criteria, and then a link to the badge image itself, which is the same image as I just showed you. And yeah, and it's of an achievement type. And then we have some other proof information within the credential, which allows the Indy network and Holder Plus to communicate, and basically for the verifier to know for sure that the badge was never tampered with. Yeah, so that's what a credential looks like. If we compare it to like a Open Badges 2.0 credential, you'll see that the 2.0 version is a little bit simpler. It doesn't have any proof information or anything like that. It's just a regular assertion JSON blob on the internet somewhere. So it's not nearly as secure, but it does function. Let's see, and then before, there's a little bit more that we're going to show you in Skill Plus. I want Oba-san to jump in. He's going to explain in Japanese, and then I'll translate as necessary. Oba-san, did you want to jump in? オーバさん、いけますか？ワレットの公開機能とかですね、インポート機能など紹介いただけますか？
承知しました。
はい。
Hello everyone, my name is Yuki Oba. よろしくお願いします。はい。それでは、日本語でここから失礼しますが、画面ごと見せた方がいいですか？
そうですね。お願いします。
では、少々お待ちください。
He's going to bring up his screen for us.
はい。画面見えておりますでしょうか？それでは、
大丈夫。
ありがとうございます。バッジの、公開共有機能を紹介させていただければというふうに思います。
Okay, yeah. So he's going to show us the actual Skill Plus wallet screen. It just came up in my demo as well, but he's going to show some more features within the wallet.
各バッジを開くと、右上に、共有ボタンというボタンがあります。
So this is an earned badge that the user already has, and there's a feature here to share the badge. So he just clicked on share.
この中に、バッジを、公開、あるいは、他の人に、バッジを共有するような機能がここに集まっている形になります。
Yeah, so we have a couple options on how to share. He's going to show us these.
まず、一番上に、このバッジを公開、あるいは非公開にする、こういったトグルボタンが置かれています。これを切り替えることで、このバッジは他の人に見せたくないというものがあれば、それを他の人から見れないようにすることが可能になります。
So first of all, the learner can choose if they want to actually share it to anyone or not. So they have to toggle that switch on there at the top to actually make it shareable.
公開状態にしています。この状態で先ほど見ていただいた、他の人からバッジを見ることができる一覧の方を見に行きますと、今公開設定になっているので、バッジが公開状態、つまり見れる形になっているかなというふうに思います。
So this is the page of a specific learner, and it's their top share page. In other words, so it's the page that you can see a list of all of the badges that they have decided to share. Yeah, so this is that list for him.
で、ここにもう一つ、URL、あるいは、QR コード、二次元バーコードをダウンロードすることが、できるようなボタンがついています。ここは実は、 先ほどのこの一覧とは違くて、ここの URL を共有することで、このバッジ単体の情報というのを他の人に共有することができます。1個のバッジだけを他の方に見せるといったこともできるようになります。
So the previous URL was a list of all the badges that they decided to share up to a certain point, but you can also take this specific URL for this badge only and then just show that badge to someone. So you don't have to show them all of your badges that you have shared.
それから、もう一つ、PDF でのダウンロード機能というのもついています。ここを押してみますと、
You can also download the badge as a PDF, which might be easier for some people to view. And ultimately, it's just yeah.
バッジの内容が記載されたこういった1枚の PDF をダウンロードすることができます。で、この状態でファイルであったり、紙の状態で他の人に渡すことができるということになります。で、こちらにも URL。
If you need to print it, this is a useful feature to be able to print that and show it to someone else via QR code.
こちらにも QR コード URL ついておりますので、こちらから、先ほどのこの画面に飛んで、ここで見ていただくこともできるというところになっています。
はい、どうぞ。
それから、SNS ですね、の共有もできる形になります。今対応しているのが、Facebook、それから LinkedIn、X の3つになります。
And then using this URL, you can also share it to these three SNSs, Facebook, LinkedIn, or X.
今回一例として、LinkedIn、どうしよう、Facebook にしましょうか。Facebook への、共有をお見せできればと思います。ここアイコンを押していただくと、別画面で、お見せしてなかったですね。Facebook が開いて、もう一度お見せします。アイコンを押すと、Facebook が開いて、ここで、投稿画面、そして、バッジのリンクが、表示される形になります。で、このまま投稿すると、Facebook に投稿されるので、SNS を通じて他の人に共有することもできる形になります。で、ここから、リンクが掲載される形になるんですが、ここを押すと飛ぶのは、結局先ほどの、この画面という形になるので、ここを実際に見ていただくという流れになります。
Yeah, so that was pretty straightforward. So we used Facebook to create like a little post there that had the badge link embedded inside of it. So it lets people viewing from Facebook just click on it and then make their way to the badge.
で、基本的にどの共有方法を使っても、最終的にはこの画面に、誘導される形になるんですが、なぜここに誘導するかというと、ここでバッジの検証を行うことができる形になっています。押してみます。
So one a big value of sharing with people, or once someone looks at your badge, they can decide to verify it to make sure that it's actually a real badge, or in this case, it is. We have this little animation check here saying that the badge is legit, and this works for both Open Badges 2.0 and 3.0. The verification process for 3.0 is actually a little bit more. We didn't actually do it with the device, but in order to share it with a third party, the user themselves has to share it via their device. So, but Skill Plus in this case is just saying, okay, from Skill Plus's perspective, this badge is legit. So it's just a way to ensure that the person who's had the badge shared to them can see, okay, this badge looks good.
この画面で、実際にこのユーザーにこのバッジ、この、VC の発行が許可されているよということが、この画面で確認することができます。こういった形で、自分の持っているバッジを他の人に、様々な形で共有してアピールすることができるというような機能になっています。ありがとうございます。以上です。
ありがとうございます。Thank you, Owo-san. Thank you.
Thank you.
And yeah, so that covers what we want to present. And Tim, we'd like to jump into question and answer or Q&A if that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we're open to questions about Skill Plus or about digital knowledge in general, maybe about verifiable credentials in general, open badges, anything?
All right. I actually had a question just to start us off and get the ball rolling here. I'm curious, right, because open badges is somewhat of a newer specification, right? I believe you mentioned it came out about a year ago or so through One EdTech. I'm curious what your customers have thought of it so far, if, there's been a lot of adoption, what they're using it for, if you could go into, what the business response has been to these new kind of credentials.
Yeah.
You want to take that, Hassan?
Yeah. Actually, as you mentioned, 3.0 is the very newest specifications. But some of major or big 2.0 credential company has also started to use 3.0. I think it's very, how to say, speedily or very quick to transform from 2.0 from 2.0 to 3.0 because anyone knows that internet is not safe, so we need more secure and rigid, more good badge to prove our any certifications.
All right.
Is that the answer for you? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. So basically they like getting them off like a centralized database, right? And more into the hands of their users. And they like that aspect of it as opposed to the 2.0 version.
Yeah. And also, but I mentioned first, there are two layers. One is a trusted layers. We could show you, we have showed you two wallet actually today. One is our skill plus, how to say, web wallet. And also you saw Holder Plus. That is a device wallet. I think most of our customers want to both, and because there are two layers, trusted layer and how to say zero trust layer. That is our finding point to share.
Yeah, so to expand a little bit on that, so the Open Badges 2.0 standard is more of a lightweight credential, and it's been around for quite a while, and a lot of our clients have been using that a lot, and they continue to do so. And with Indicio's help, now that we have 3.0 available, clients they're very interested, and we have a couple clients already who are starting issuing actually. They started a pilot this year, and they're going to start to issue production-wise from about April. So yeah, we have a good start on the 3.0 badges as well.
All right, awesome. Pretty soon here.
Yeah, yeah. Any other questions or any comments?
I have another one then, if no one else is going to speak up. So I'm curious, when moving from 2.0 to 3.0, what that looks like technically for customers that you already have, right? Like, is it just here's a button and you can push it and here's an upgrade, or what does it look like to make that change over to people already using the 2.0?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because most of our vendors are struggling transform or how to deliver 2.0 and 3.0. But I think only, as I know, only one vendor, our digital knowledge, can provide seamlessly 2.0, and we can seamlessly provide 2.0 and 3.0. That is a very unique point. Jason, please add.
Yeah. So I guess it's not so much a matter of necessarily switching what they already have over to 3.0. It's more of like they can use both. So they have badges up until now that are still fine as Open Badge 2.0. And then for the higher stakes, more badges that need to be more secure, then they can use the Open Badge 3.0 standard. From Skill Plus's perspective, and the way it's shown to users, it's seamless. Like the user doesn't necessarily know, or the person the badge is being shared to doesn't know if it's 2.0 or 3.0 necessarily, unless they ask the sharer. But yeah, it's more of kind of like a mixed bag of different types of credentials that Skill Plus provides.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
So I'm curious then, quick follow-up to that. Right, the user doesn't know if it's 2.0 or 3.0. Obviously, there's the whole security kind of selling point, but is there any push to get off of 2.0 and onto 3.0, maybe from like one ed tech who made this new specification? I'm curious, what the driving factor is, besides just security, which is always a concern,
Yeah, security and trust, and how to say, personal, how to say, privacy. Yeah, we need. Yeah.
And one quick note just about the learner themselves. They will know if the badge is 2.0 or 3.0, because if it's 3.0, they get the option to put it on their device, not just have it be on Skill Plus. So it's our intention that the user will know that, but the person who is it's being shared with might not necessarily know, was my point.
Oh, okay.
And then the 2.0 badge is also, since it's just an image, it's an image with the badge information embedded inside of it. So it's like, I can bring up my screen, expand on this a little bit. So this is an image analyzing software. It's called PNG Tweak, and I'm looking at an actual badge on my screen here, and it's got some information embedded inside of it. So if I open this particular bit of information, we can see this JSON blob string in there. Sorry if it's small on my screen, but basically this is the actual badge information embedded inside of the image. So what that allows the user to do is, as long as they have the actual PNG or JPEG file in their possession, then they have the option to take that and, for example, put it in a different wallet like Badger, for example, which is a very commonly used Open Badge 2.0 standard wallet that learners will put their badges into for their own personal use.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so which is a little bit different. So you can kind of put them everywhere. They could be in Skill Plus or in Badger or somewhere else. Whereas the Open Badge 3.0 badges need to be in a DIDCOM supported Indy-based wallet in the possession of the user, not on a server somewhere. So that's the difference. Or not just an image. It's not just an image. It's an actual verifiable credential that cannot be tampered with. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, I have a quick question. Well, first off, excellent presentation. This has been really cool. A question I have is from the, talking about the relying parties, is there a specific type of relying party or sector of relying parties that you would say are most in need of this or looking forward to consuming Open Badge 3.0?
Yeah.
You want to take that one, Hata-san?
Yeah, there, for instance, in university, some students go to a master class outside of another university. They need such kind of a secure certification like Open Badge 3.0. But curious thing is, at this moment, as many mentioned, there are two types of governance of credential. In Japan, if I graduated some university and I'm plan to go to another master university. In Japan, my graduated university passed to some certification to myself, and I sent my certification to target master university. But in United States, that is different. So there are many differences, but they commonly need more secure, more privacy credential. So university is one of major target. But another educational institution also in Japan, there are many educational credentials issued by public educational institution. So that is very huge. I mentioned Open Badge 2.0, currently 100 million badge issued only 1 year. So that is a huge demand in education industry. Or another industry also, Jason.
Yeah. So, let me just check what was your question again, James? I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
answer.
that was a great answer for that. The question was, is there a specific type of relying party, like a specific genre or industry that is most looking forward to consuming open badge credentials from universities? So universities consuming each other's credentials, but like in private sector, for example, if there's a specific, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing is first of all, the universities, like Hata-san was saying, that's actually our production ready one. This from April is going to be related to universities and their credits and whatnot. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're starting with this, and we'll see if it grows to other industries as well.
Yeah, and it is in Japan, February 26th. One of our big customers will release their new open badge issue system, which developed by Digital Knowledge and Indicio today. That is a big consortium, university consortium, more than 100 universities join. So that is a very good timing to release such kind of technology solutions. Not a pride.
No, that's super exciting. That's awesome. I know we're coming to the end of our call here. I just want to be respectful of everyone's time. Is there maybe one last question? And if not, we'll kind of wrap it up here. All right. Well, feel free to interrupt me if not, but otherwise, thank you all for Digital Knowledge. That was an awesome presentation and very cool to see the technology in action. Once again, this has been the Indicio Meetup. If there's any ideas that you have that you'd like to discuss, we do host these monthly for the community to come and share and talk about the technology and all that. Feel free to get in touch with me, tim@indicio.tech, and I can definitely help you set that up. We'll have the recording on YouTube shortly if anyone was unable to come or would like to share what we talked about today. So we'll go ahead and post that link on the Meetup page. Other than that, thank you everyone for coming. Special thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too,
Thanks,
Tim.
everyone.
Yeah. Thanks, James.